my Fly family? It's your boy Izzy. Welcome if you're new. We have a lot to talk about today, but we're going to start it right here with Stephen A. Smith coming on First Take and just going off about Caitlin Clark.
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable, y'all. You see that score? You see that score? This is what we've been waiting for.
You thought Stephen A. Smith had already reached peak rant mode? Think again. This time, it's Caitlin Clark lighting the fuse, and no, it's not over a bad call. Records are falling, egos are taking hits, and Stephen A.'s voice is one octave away from breaking before the internet can even catch up. If you're curious, and let's be real, you should be, buckle up. This take promises to be legendary, unfiltered, and pure chaos in the best way possible. Ready for the drama? Let's dive in and find out what all the noise is really about.
I'm focused on Caitlin's numbers. The regular season just started. They ain't gonna win every game. They outscored them 25-15 in the fourth quarter. It just came up short. She finished with 27. She had 5 threes. She pulled up from 30 for one of them. She hit back-to-back threes in the fourth quarter. The girl doing her thing. I'm looking at a number right here. At the start of this is her second season, just her second season, and she's already set the all-time WNBA career record with her 6th 25-point, 10-assist game. Caitlin Clark is the truth. She's the real deal, and she's not going anywhere. Now we got to see what Paige Beckers does in Dallas now that she's a WNBA player, and we can't wait until our girl get healthy. Juju Watkins.
Have you ever seen someone lose their mind over basketball stats? Not in outrage, but in pure, jaw-dropping awe? Enter Stephen A. Smith, who has officially crossed into full-on obsession mode. And the reason? Caitlin Clark. That's right. The walking highlight reel who's got him cheering like Spike Lee courtside at a Knicks game. Every time she pulls up from the logo, Stephen A. looks like he's witnessing the basketball version of a miracle. Not mad, not ranting, just mesmerized. Caitlin isn't just rewriting record books, she's redefining what greatness looks like. She's not challenging Stephen A.'s worldview, she's upgrading it to a whole new tier of excellence.
So after opening the season with a triple-double, she then dropped 27-11 with 5 boards and 2 steals. That is a problem, but it doesn't end there. So remember how last game, how she tied the third place player for the most triple doubles in WNBA history, right? Now she has the most 25 and 10 plus games in WNBA history already. But trust me, I'm not even done yet. So Caitlin Clark now tied Courtney Vandersloot for the most 20 and 10 games. Vandersloot took 430, Diana took 565. It's taking Caitlin 42 freaking games. But wait, I'm not done. She is now the first WNBA player in history to start off the season with back-to-back 20 points.
Caitlin Clark is doing something so unreal, it feels like it should be illegal. In just 41 games, she's already notched 9 performances with at least 20 points and 10 assists. Let that sink in. 9 times. That's not just impressive, it's historic. Somewhere, Stephen A. Smith is probably clutching his pearls, mumbling about numbers and how the game has changed, because Caitlin Clark is the change. Her ability to dominate both as a scorer and a playmaker isn't just rare, it's game-altering. She's not just putting up stats, she's redefining what's possible on the court, turning heads, shifting narratives, and shaking the foundation of the basketball world with every game.
Side seats. These girls are supposed to have some clout. Work it out. You too, Molly. You got some clout. Work it out. I am at a point in time in my life where I am not going to a WNBA game and being upstairs or in the media
okay,
box.
we got it. We got some clout. We're going to work
seat.
it out. You got some bars. And that
work
was
it out. Because you haven't done it yet, Molly.
Okay, that was a quick take.
One thing I can definitely agree on with Stephen A. Smith is that Caitlin Clark is the truth, man. Is something special, okay? Now, look at this stat. Look at this stat, dog. Most 20-point, 10-assist games. She haven't even made it to 50 games yet. All right? She hasn't even made it to 50 games and already tied it with
20 points and 10 assists, 9 times already. Caitlin Clark isn't just playing basketball, she's running her own one-woman empire. Points, she's printing them. Assists, she's dealing them like a Vegas pro. Records, she's not just breaking them, she's casually stepping over the pieces. Meanwhile, Stephen A. Smith is spiraling into a full-on basketball identity crisis, questioning everything he thought he knew about the game. And who can blame him? This isn't a once-in-a-blue-moon fluke, it's Caitlin Clark handing out stat lines like Oprah giving away cars. You get 20 and 10, you get 20 and 10, everybody gets 20 and 10. It's not just greatness, it's routine greatness, and that's what makes it so unreal.
And what a lot of people weren't willing or were a bit reluctant to appreciate was the game on this young white sister of ours. She can ball. And oh, by the way, she was a great ambassador for the game. And by the way, she came in there and looked out for everybody else. For 22 years, they couldn't get chartered flights. That sister got there and it was done in 2 weeks. That's who Caitlin Clark is.
Let's be real, Stephen A. Smith thrives on drama neatly packaged in hot takes. His world runs on clear-cut labels: hero, villain, overrated, future superstar. He spins sports like a daytime soap opera, assigning roles as if he's casting for the next Avengers sequel. Then Caitlin Clark enters the picture, and suddenly, his entire playbook combusts. She doesn't just break the mold, she torches it, grins, and sinks a logo 3 like it's a layup. She's not the savior, the villain, the underdog, or the overhyped phenom. She's just real. She's here to hoop, and that raw authenticity has the media machine scrambling. Is she too confident, too competitive, too absurdly talented to be reduced to a trope? Absolutely. Caitlin Clark isn't following the script. She's flipping the table, rewriting every headline, and redefining what it means to be the story. She's the kind of athlete who doesn't fit in the usual media-made boxes. She breaks them, shreds them, and builds her own. That's why the loudest voices in suits are glitching out, because Caitlin Clark isn't a narrative, she's a revolution.
You all hate Clark, and when I say you all, hate Clark because she's a great hooper. You can't fake hooping. You can't fake shooting the ball. You can't fake creating your own shot. You can't fake facilitating. You can't fake none of it. Can't fake it. No, you cannot. It's simply the black people. Y'all hate her because if this was a young black woman like Juju, you wouldn't say nothing. Oh, and when y'all bring up Paige was raised by. So
here's the twist. Stephen A. Smith, master of volcanic hot takes and headline-grabbing rants, has finally met a storyline he can argue with: Caitlin Clark. Normally, he thrives on controversy, bad calls, overrated players, MVP snubs, trades that make no sense. He's a human siren, built to turn any sports moment into a firestorm. But now, he's stuck watching Caitlin Clark casually obliterate records, sink logo 3s like warm-ups, and dish out stat lines that would make NBA rookies do a double take. In the irony, he likes her. He doesn't want to debate her. He doesn't want to roast her. He's genuinely in awe. You can practically hear him pacing in his living room, yelling, "This girl is special. She's box office. Don't tell me she's not changing the game." No outrage, no hot take, just pure respect. That's where it gets hilarious. The man who lives for debate is left speechless. Caitlin Clark has turned the sport's loudest analyst into a wide-eyed fanboy. She didn't just silence the doubters, she short-circuited the whole media machine. Because when greatness is this undeniable, even Stephen A. Smith has to stop shouting and start clapping.
And it's Tarazi? Oh my goodness. And I mean, she's almost about to hit Courtney Vandersloot. And look how many games they played to get to this number. Look how many games she's played. Oh my goodness, man. I believe Caitlin Clark might be the Oscar Robertson of the WNBA right now. I mean, this is nuts. This is nuts. She's also tied with Candace Parker with most triple doubles. Now she has a little way to beat Alyssa Thomas. She has 15. But fam, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? She is scraping the...
When I think about Caitlin Clark, the operative word that comes to my mind is gratitude. There's an incredible level of gratitude that should be accorded to this young lady with what she did for this sport.
How was the attendance for Team USA in the Olympics? What would it have been like if Caitlin Clark was playing on that team? Remember the first game? Look at this right here. National broadcast viewership. What are we talking about here? 1,000, what is that? 1.219? Is that the number? And the game afterwards got 485,000. So the Fever in their game against the Minnesota Lynx was 1.219 million. On Ion.
Numbers literally don't lie. It's strictly in your face right here. The Fever, bro. They were the worst team in the league last year. Did not make the playoffs. This chick shows up. They make the playoffs, and they're the most watched team in the league.
Including 5 3-pointers, and it's now the all-time leader in 25-point 10 assist games in WNBA history. In year 2, coming off of a rookie season where she set the record for the most records broken in a single season, and now in year 2 has already...
Do I need to call you the female version of Steph Curry, or do I need to call Steph Curry the male version of Caitlin Clark? I mean, which one is it? Which one is it?
I think I'll just be the female version of Steph Curry. Great.
I mean, you hear people talking about you and throwing out those comparisons. Speak about how that makes you feel, about how you've just taken the world by storm. Because
she deserves to be celebrated at Iowa the way that she did. When I did an event with her and my guy Mark Shapiro in Iowa, that's his alma mater, 11,000 people showed up. I assure you it was not for me. It was for her. This is who she is, and this is what she brings to the table. And then to go to the pro level, basically with no rest, after advancing to the national championship game before losing to Dawn Staley in South Carolina last year, what does she do? She goes out in the WNBA and she balls out there as well, and she ends up being a league MVP candidate as a rookie. This is who she is. She brings big-time play to the equation, big-time attention, and then she steps out. Absolutely no obligation to do so. The kind of stuff that's happening and has been happening over the last few months is because of Caitlin Clark. I got some of the stats in front of me to validate it. Because you see, I bring receipts. And I'll get to why I'm really pissed off in a few minutes. WNBA Draft 2024 drew 2.446 million viewers to ESPN on Monday night, making it the most watched draft in WNBA history. Who's the number one overall pick? Huh, Aaron? Who's the number one overall pick? Say it louder. Caitlin Clark, the number one overall pick. This is coincidence, huh? Just coincidence, huh?